Um, as a childcare provider, a professional nanny, being Black as a domestic worker and a mother, I went through difficult opportunities. And some of the things that I went through, especially not being able to take my daughter to the doctor's appointment. I was refused when I was asked to take her to doctor's appointment. Um, I never got the opportunity to go to school meetings. I never got the opportunity to go to her um, collect her her school exam papers. I never got any of that opportunity to do things for her, not even to be with her on a weekend when I had my weekend off, that I had to leave her behind and travel. And especially the pediatrician sometimes would call me and ask me why am I missing an appointment. And the reason why I was missing appointments is because I wasn't granted the opportunity. I was told that my child have to go to classes, and if you don't show up at work, you're not getting paid. And a single parent, I even got threatened where I could lose my job. So I just had to keep going on and leaving her behind at all times. And it's heart wrenching to do this. Most of the times, even at high school, I couldn't get the opportunities that I could take her to the doctor to get her shots, and she was thrown out of school. And I had to call in and say that I was sick in order for her to be reaccepted in school. And even if I explained to the nurse, she would tell me that no, they can't keep her in school. So I got, as a Black domestic worker, I got a lot of obstacles in my way through um, moms that I work with, which I find was very unfair. The treatment was not a nice feeling, it was not something to talk about. And having my daughter on the back burner, any mom would feel in their heart that this is not the way the child should be treated. Even her education was a setback for me in life. And I went through it until she graduated from high school. Now she goes to college. It's a little easier because I mean she's 18 now, so she can take care of herself. But as a Black domestic worker and a mother, um, it means that already COVID had affected me, it had affected Black domestic workers. And my point I'm bringing up is that I am one of the unicorn. Right now, 80% are out of work. Being a member of NDWA, I know how to organize. And by organizing, I have been victimized anyway as a Black domestic worker. And with COVID-19, some domestic workers during this pandemic, they had to work, some lost their lives. And in my experience, out of three people that get paid, not a system that benefits me, and the government never helped me throughout the COVID. I had situations to walk out of it due to the COVID-19. It is not that I am getting extra, I am getting the basic minimum, and some don't. Just because just because I am getting the I'm getting paid doesn't mean that I get it all. I don't have health insurance. I still do not have it good to get the basic like everyone is still getting. It is a terrible situation just because I get paid throughout. I still find it's a minimum, and they do it because they still need me. And I consider myself as an essential worker also. And we are not recognized as essential workers. So I would like to know what can be done about what I would like to know what could be done about that, and what conversation we can have with moms to improve that situation.
You're muted, Bev.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Um, you were telling me before that the National Domestic Workers Alliance what trains workers, you know, to stand up for themselves and that's been helpful. Is that helpful for, I know it's been helpful for you. Has it been helpful for, some of your colleagues as well, getting through this really difficult time right now?
Um, not all of my colleagues, it has been helpful. Helpful has been getting this help from it. I for sure I got trained by the Domestic Workers Alliance, and I use my training when I go on any job interview. But for some
Mhm.
who do not know about the organization, they're still being left behind. If you know about the organization and you were there, it's a plus for you. And yet still, some people are in the organization, and even if you have to go and speak with a parent and tell them, well, this is what you require from the work field, they still would give them maybe the minimum wages. They still wouldn't consider certain things because I figured out, being black, this is how the system goes. We've never been treated right. So
Mhm.
I could go and I could say it. Maybe I feel I have the power. Somebody else may go and feel that, you know what happened? They feel intimidated and they just accept whatever that the parents tell them.
Well, Marina, thank you for sharing. You'll see people are very appreciative of your sharing this with us. And, the Power Network has worked on the Domestic Workers Bill of Rights in New York. And I know that they're working for a national one, but we all have to take responsibility, to bring those rights to everyone and make sure that we share that within our communities, right? And really stand up for each other.
Yes.
Um, so thank you so much for sharing that.